All right, so while you're holding that, just go ahead and say your name and spell it and tell me your grade level.
Okay. When do I go?
You can actually look at this first.
When do I go?
Right now. Go for it.
Okay. I'm Kaya Johnson, KaiaJohnson, and I am a sophomore. So, 10th grade?
10th grade.
Yeah.
That's good.
Cool.
All right, and now we're just going to have a conversation, so
Cool.
you can just like look at me.
Nice.
Okay, so start by saying like, hi, my name is Kaya, and something I'm passionate about, or I'm passionate about a lot of things, and then just like go into the list.
My name's Kaya, and I'm a passionate about many, many things, especially Greek mythology, along with Norse mythology, really a lot of Norse mythology. I love crocheting so much and writing stories because I find it fun to be creative and make up your own stories when life is boring sometimes. Or you could just make stories about your life and the weird things that people do in class, because there are a lot of weird things. Like a person saying that 2 is 1 and 1 is 2 while also not. It was very weird conversation in chemistry. But
Was that with a teenage male?
that was a teenage male with the teacher, and then they started arguing and saying bro back and forth, and it was kind of funny because they started shouting, and I was across the room while this was happening, and I could still hear it, so.
Oh, wait, you said you're into Norse mythology.
Norse mythology, yes.
How did you get into Norse mythology?
So basically, I am part Swedish Norwegian, so it's kind of like my family's like history, because one of my ancestors is Eric the Red, and he was a very well-known Viking, as he also believed in Norse mythology, as it was like the Vikings' kind of beliefs. So I really like to know about stuff like Freyr and Odin, Loki as well, even though Odin and Loki are brothers and they are really just both pranksters, although Odin is known as like more of the brutal one out of the two, even though Loki was just kind of chilling, accidentally ended, the world, but who really cares? The 9 realms.
It sounds obviously Marvel like took inspiration from it, but then there's a lot of differences from the original, right?
Because like, why did they make Thor and Loki brothers?
They're
like,
not.
yeah, because Loki is Thor's uncle. Like, it is very strange.
Why do you think they changed the stuff in the movies?
I'm not too sure. I feel like they might have gotten into mixed information about Norse mythology, or maybe they didn't study it too much. I was also kind of sad that Freyr wasn't in it, because he would like be in the elf world, and he would kind of just, he was known for being like the peaceful one and the bringer of good, so a lot of people actually worshipped him for good luck and fortune.
So it sounds like Freyr is your favorite?
Freyr is definitely my favorite.
All right, tell me why.
He's my favorite because he would just always try and give to people. He wouldn't really expect anything in return, unlike the others. And he was a very loyal person to his wife and to his family. He was very much family oriented, unlike some of the other Norse gods. So he was just like a chill guy.
So you sound like a creative person. You like to create things. What's the coolest thing that you've created or written recently or something like that?
I'd say it's hard to choose what my coolest creation would be, but I really like doing art for when I'm trying to create something, because I can just imagine something and I can put it onto paper and my imagination can go wild. So I don't really have a favorite too much per se, but I do like just experimenting and seeing different things and seeing where my mind takes me. So.
When you say you're putting up paper, are you painting? Are you doing like pencil art? Like what are you doing?
I prefer pencil or pen art, because for a while I didn't have a pencil, so I just would only do pen, and that really pushed me, because if I messed up once, I would like hate myself for doing that, especially because I would do like these hour-long drawings, and just having that annoying little bit would be just very frustrating, but I would always find a way to like change it up so that way it would just work. So like in case I accidentally went off the line, I would draw a flower there, and then it would look like it was part of the thing the whole time.
That's funny. I was just thinking about blah blah. Happy little accidents.
Happy little accidents. Yeah, that's kind of why I prefer pen, is because then I can see what I can do with my mistake and to make it better and to make it like kind of grow in a sense. So.
All right, you can take off the microphone.
Yay!
That's perfect. It's great.
Yeah.
Right, hold it up. And I'll steal that. Excellent. All right, so what is your first and last name and how do you spell it?
Daniel Soto, S-O-T-O. Did I just spell my last name?
We'll spell your first name.
Oh, first name too? All right.
Yeah.
D-A-N-I-E-L-S-O-T-O.
Perfect. All right, what grade are you in?
10th.
Excellent. Okay, so tell me your name again. Tell me something that you're most passionate about.
Daniel Soto, and I'm most passionate about soccer.
Why?
I don't know, I've played it since I was really young, and I just really enjoy it. I think it's pretty cool.
Okay, so are you still playing like for the school or are you playing?
Yeah, I'm playing for the school right now.
Okay, what position do you play?
Midfield, winger.
Okay, what got you into soccer? Was it like seeing it on TV or maybe like your parents or something like that?
I would watch it a lot with my dad, and it just kind of like made me want to play.
Definitely. And when did you start playing it?
I was 6.
6?
Yeah.
Wow, so really young. So how has the process been like learning the game and like just through the years, like improving?
It's been a bit rough sometimes. You just gotta kind of push through. It gets hard, but it's pretty fun.
Definitely. Do you play for, so I played baseball for a while, so how does soccer work? Is it like, there's like a little league or is it travel teams?
There's like club, and then there's also like recreational, but I play club.
Okay. So how has playing club been like compared to someone who plays like recreational? Do you have like more experience or like?
It's a higher level.
It's a higher level.
Yeah. It's also more travel.
Got it. So do you play like at tournaments elsewhere?
Yeah.
Are you still part of the club team or do you just play for Rockland now?
I'm still part of the club team. We get like 3 months off, and that's when the high school season starts.
Got it. Okay. So that's pretty cool. So playing for Rockland, like how was it playing for Rockland? Like how were the coaches, freshman year, all that good stuff?
It was pretty fun. The coaches were nice, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Very nice. All right, sweet. Thank you so much. That was
you.
great.
Okay, can you hold the paper up for us, camera? And what's your first and last name and how do you spell it?
Alexis Leamons.
What was your question again?
Something that I'm passionate about.
Okay, can you repeat your name like, hi, my name is blah blah, and then answer the question?
Hi, my name's Alexis. Sorry, I don't think do this. Hi, my name is Alexis Leamons. It's spelled Alexisleamons. And something I'm passionate about is my art.
What exactly about your art? What do you do?
Mainly drawings. I like to do a lot of portraits, and sometimes I do like specialized like pictures for people and stuff if they ask. I've kind of done it like my whole life. I just always had blank pages in my room, and I just start sketching things out, and I've always loved drawing for a really long time, and then it became more of a hobby.
Do you do any programs after school?
No, I just do it all at home.
This is all just like a freelance thing, fun.
Yeah.
What exactly do you draw, per se?
Mainly portraits, but I like drawing a lot of different things, like landscapes, and sometimes I paint occasionally.
Where do you get your inspiration from?
Not much really. It's usually just like in my mind, things that I think about, or usually just Pinterest.
Do you have like a type of style you use to draw that's distinct to you?
That's kind of what's odd is that I don't really have a style. Like every time I draw, it's kind of different. So it's usually like semi-realism though.
Okay, sorry. Can you go into like what that is?
Semi-realism is like just like kind of a subgenre of realism. It's not quite so like, doesn't quite look like a photograph, but it's more more animated, but also still based on, you know, the realism. So
Do you think you're gonna take this anywhere in your life?
I've thought of becoming a graphic designer, but I'm not sure.
I'm just on autopilot.
Like right here?
Oh, wherever it works. It should pick it up. All right, perfect. So hold that piece of paper up. You're doing question 1?
Yeah. Should I spit out my gum really quick?
Oh, probably. It's up to you. Yeah. All right. So hold that piece of paper up. Oh, they're on top of it. All right. So yeah, you can still have a piece of paper. All right. What is your first and last name, and how do you spell it?
Abby Huang, ABBYHUANG.
Perfect. All right. You want to move that mic in? I'm kind of trying to escape right now. Perfect. All right. What grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore, so 10th.
Excellent. All right, so ignore the camera. That still conversation doesn't even exist, right? Okay. So tell me your name again, and tell me you were doing most influential person, or no, most passionate.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me your name again, and tell me what you're most passionate about.
I'm Abby, and I'm most passionate about figure skating.
Why?
Because it's really fun.
When did you get into that?
Like 2 years ago.
Okay. So that's sort of like a hard thing to pursue in the Rockland area. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if any places, are there any like good rinks anywhere?
Yeah, there's one in Roseville.
Okay. Yeah, so do you go there often? Or?
Yeah, like a couple times a week I go there to like practice and take my lesson.
Definitely. So do you do, like, how does the world of figure skating work? I don't know anything. So can you just like explain that a little bit to me?
Well, it kind of like depends because I'm not really doing like a lot right now because there's obviously like competitions and stuff, and I haven't entered in any yet, but so right now I'm just like learning, kind of like, not like the basics, but I'm still learning.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're learning. Are you planning on going to like competitive, like Junior Olympics or whatever level?
Not Junior Olympics, but I'm planning on competing at some point.
Okay, very nice. So how is the competitive world of figure skating? I literally don't know anything, so you're shocking me with all this information.
I don't know, you kind of just like enter into different competitions and then you perform, and then it's kind of like any sort of competition, you get like ranked and stuff.
Okay, very nice. So why is figure skating like the thing you're most passionate about right now?
Because it's like the most fun thing for me that I do right now.
Mm-hmm. What's the most fun thing about it?
I don't know. I like learning like new stuff, and then being able to like do it is very like fulfilling. Like once I learn something new and I'm able to do it, it's like fun.
Yeah. What is the coolest trick that you know how to do? Without breaking your neck, of course.
A flip. It's like a jump and then you like spin in the air, and it's fun.
How long? Okay, I don't usually like to ask people how many times did you fail before you mastered it, but like, did it take a while or did you get like first try?
This specific thing, I tried it like 3 times before, and then I could do it because like before I actually tried it, we did like a half flip, so I kind of knew how to do it, but then this one is like a full rotation in the air.
Definitely. So who, like, throughout your career figure skating, I guess, has been like the most helpful person for you?
Probably my coach.
Okay. So is it like just coach for like gymnastics or like any other sports that like?
Yeah.
Okay, very nice. Hey, thank you so much. That was record. Perfect. You can hold that up for the camera to see. Excellent. Connor, you take it. Yeah. Okay, so what is your first and last name and how do you spell it?
Melanie Passanisi, MELANIE PASSANISI.
All right, what grade are you in?
I'm in 10th.
Perfect. All right, so ignore the camera, first of all. Nice little conversation, doesn't even exist. Just a blob in your vision, nothing there. All right, so tell me your name again and tell me what you're most passionate about.
My name's Melanie, and I'm most passionate about crocheting.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how did you get into crochet?
I used to watch a bunch of videos of people doing it, and my grandma crochets blankets a lot, so I just started learning.
Definitely. Like, how's the process been learning how to crochet? I personally suck at doing any like fine movements with my hands. So.
Yeah, it's really difficult when you start off, but like after a month or two, you get the hang of it.
Definitely. What's the coolest thing that you, in your opinion, you've made like crocheting?
I make a lot of animal plushies, and I've made like a cow that had multiple colors in it, I guess.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, like, what got you into crocheting initially? Like, was it your grandma, like, and you just saw her crocheting and you were like, wow, that's cool, I want to try that? Or was it like only the videos, or was it like a mix of both?
Well, I just always like making things, and at first I tried sewing, and then I just switched over to crochet because it was easier for me.
I mean, less spiky needles, right?
Yeah.
It makes it easier. So, how are all of the, like, styles different? I know there's, like, crocheting, there's sewing, there's some other things, probably. I just don't know what they are. But, like, how are they all different from each other?
Well, it's different tools and materials.
Oh, okay. So, what's crocheting? Is it, like, yarn?
It's yarn with a hook, and you make multiple loops.
Okay, so is your cardigan crocheted?
I didn't make it, I bought it.
But would you say that's like how it's made, like using crochet, like that technique?
I think this is knit.
Knit, okay. So do you know how to like do any other styles, or do you only know how to crochet right now?
I only know how to crochet.
Do you plan on like pursuing that later? Like, I know there's like, Etsy exists. You can, I've gone on there, you can see like a bunch of cool stuff that people make. Like, have you thought about like selling any of your work?
I have, but I think if I did that, it would make the hobby less fun.
For sure, it would make it more of a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much. You survived. I can steal that mic from you. You don't know how to swap up there.
No, I need to freaking have them. Oh my gosh.
All right, you want to hold up that piece of paper so the camera can see?
Okay.
Excellent. All right, steal that from you.
Okay.
This is the question you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. All right, so what is your first and last name and how do you spell it?
My first name is Geneva. Can I start over?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Geneva Holifield, GENEVAHOLIFIELD.
All right, perfect. What grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Excellent. Okay, ignore the camera. That still conversation doesn't even exist, right? Okay, so tell me your name again and tell me who the most... No. I'm on autopilot. Okay, so tell me your name again and tell me what you're most passionate about.
My name is Geneva, and I am most passionate about theater.
Okay, why?
Because it's been a very impactful part of my life. It's definitely made me grow as a person, and it's made me have a lot of confidence.
Okay, so when did you start doing theater?
I started theater last year. I took Theater 1 with Miss M, and I'm currently in Theater 2-3, and yeah.
Okay, so what's your favorite part about being in the theater classes?
My favorite part is definitely being able to express yourself, and definitely the people. The people, you just feel like a big family, and it's just such a fun class to be a part of.
Definitely. Have you been in any of our theater's productions?
I have. I've been in last year's, I was in the fall play and the musical, and this year I was in the last fall play, and I'm in the musical right now.
Okay, so can you tell me like your roles for each of those productions?
Yeah, so the first one, I was a very small role. I had like a couple lines, and I was basically like the dead girl's sister, and I had like a little testimony. And then for the musical, I was just ensemble. And then this year, I was one of the huntsmen, and I had like a pretty big part. And then for Addams Family, I am just one of the ancestors.
Okay.
But
so as a freshman, how did you get like a part with some lines? Like that's surprising to me. Like I know for sports at least, like when you're a freshman, you're at the very bottom. You don't get anything. So like, are you just like super good at theater?
Well, I think, well, not to like brag, but like I feel like I'm pretty good. I think I have a good way to like express myself, and I feel like a lot of people can't really do that. But yeah.
For sure. Yeah. So, what are you like most looking forward to? You're still a sophomore.
Yeah.
So you got a bunch of time still in that program. So, what is like the thing you're most looking forward to in the theater program?
I'm most looking forward to like getting my first named role in a musical because that's like always been my dream.
For sure.
Yeah.
Do you like the singing part about it? Like,
Yeah, definitely the singing and dancing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Very different from me. I cannot do that for my life. All right. Hey, thank you so much. That was great. I can steal that.
If you could hold up the question that you want to answer to the camera real quick. All right, I'm going to take that from you. All right, so real quickly, if you could just spell your first and last name.
AUTUMNGRISHAM.
And then you are a sophomore, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so what was your question?
Something I'm passionate about.
Okay, so if you could really quickly, like the camera's not here, just restate your name, like my name is blank, and something I'm passionate about is...
My name is Autumn. Something I'm passionate about is making pottery at the School of Ceramics with Mr. Norzer. I've been in his class last year and I've been ceramics too this year. I really enjoyed it. It's a really fun topic to do, and it's kind of like where you just create your own activity, and it's where you have your own mind of doing whatever you want on the wheel.
So, like, did you get into pottery in high school?
I did. I do have some family. My great uncle, he was a famous ceramics, and he made a couple pieces that sold for a lot of money. And I don't know, I think it's just kind of like genetics, where it's run in the family of other family who's done ceramics and just other art projects that I've sold. And
do you think that's something you want to pursue outside of high school?
Yeah, I've been thinking about if I pursue my skills in ceramics all throughout high school, that I could start a pottery business and make money out of it. Pieces can go for a lot of money. A lot of it's because it's a handmade piece and the material is worth a lot.
Yeah, so I personally know like nothing about pottery. Can you tell me like how you make a piece, like start to finish, like what the process is like?
I'd say you start off in hand building and you make a pinch pot where you get a little thing of clay, you put your finger in it and kind of just pinch around it, make it into a little bowl. And then you don't do anything on the wheel in first ceramics level 1. That focuses on your hand building and your skills with it. When you get into level 2, you start on the wheel, and he has you start centering your piece on the wheel, which is putting it dead center on the plate, and you kind of just move it around with your hands. You have to pull it up and push it back down, and then you can make a bowl. The wheel, you can't make anything that's not round. It all has to be round, like a bowl, mug, cup, plate, etc.
Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. Is that a very difficult thing to do?
I'd say the hardest part is to center the clay. And a lot of people have struggles with that, but after you're done making your piece, you have to let it dry. So it's like leather hard, and then you trim the piece on the wheel to make it, to like check out any of the flaws on your piece.
Can you tell us where you get your inspiration from?
I kind of just go with whatever my mind tells me to do. I don't really get inspiration. I just go with the flow. And if I mess up, then I go with it. I just leave it how it is.
Awesome. Is there anybody like in your life that's played a significant like part in your like pottery like journey?
Not really. I just kind of make pieces for family or even just to show. Making a couple pieces for my boyfriend's mom for her late Christmas present. He has to turn off all the kilns, which is how it gets fired. So they'll come back in around January.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Uh-huh. Perfect. Great. I'll grab that from you.
Can I cross? Thanks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. What's your name and how do you spell it?
My name is Ian. It's spelled I-A-N.
Perfect. What's your last name?
Hoover.
How do you spell that?
H-O-O-V-E-R.
Perfect. And then what grade are you in?
I'm in 10th grade.
Perfect. All right. Can you just tell me your name one more time, and then by saying my name is blank, and then say what is something that you're passionate about?
Well, my name is Ian, and something I'm really passionate about is track and field.
What are you passionate about it? Like,
Well, I remember I did it in middle school. I'm doing it in high school. I remember doing it in Springview. I did it in my middle school Springview team. It was pretty good. I have a lot of memories about it. It still carry on with me to this day. And I'm just, and I did it again in high school. I'm kind of passionate about it.
Yeah. Do you have like a specific memory of like track and field?
I have a lot of specific memories with them, like watching certain people run and like going to practices with some people in like the 2 years that I've done it.
That's great.
Alright, so I know that track and field is a lot of different sports like in one.
Mm-hmm.
So what specifically about track and field do you like?
I kind of like the 100 meter sprint and the 200 meter ones and like the long jumpings. And I tried the hurdles later on too.
So like, have you been running like your whole life?
Not my whole life.
So what made
Like
you get
started.
into track and field?
Well, what made me get to the track and field, I remember I was always like, there's a while I wasn't playing any sports. I decided I should take on tennis, but at the time I started wanting to do sports, I was only a middle schooler, and I didn't really know like what to do. Like at tennis, I kind of like dropped my tennis lessons, and then I was like, you know what, like in my last year in middle school, I was like, maybe I just might as well do track and field, and then track and field was such a good experience with me. I decided to do it again at high school, at Rockland High School.
That's great. Do you like your coaches?
Mhm.
What about your coaches do you like?
I like just, I don't know, I guess they're like normal coaches, I guess. Maybe a bit inspirational, but it's kind of more the track and field itself that I like.
Yeah. Perfect. Thanks so much. See? It's too late. What's your name? How do you spell it? What are you doing?
My name is Savannah Quayle, SAVANNAHQUAYLE, and I'm a sophomore.
Perfect. And then, fill in the cameras on there. You and me are conversation. Can you say my name is blank and then answer the question, whatever the
Yeah. My name's Savannah Quayle, and softball is something I'm passionate about.
Why?
Because I feel like I've just played it my whole life, and I've always been surrounded by it, and it's just like a really fun thing I love to do.
When did you get started with softball?
I think I was probably 3 years old when I started t-ball.
That's great. Are you still playing softball now?
Yes.
What are some of the lessons that you've learned from softball?
I've learned that like nothing good comes easy, and you have to work for everything that you want to get.
That's great. Do you like your team and your coaches?
Yeah, my team's great, and my coaches are really good and supportive, and they've really helped me through different things in life.
That's great. Do you have like a specific moment or memory from playing softball?
I remember one tournament when we were kind of the younger team, and when we ended up winning it, and it was just a really fun moment because we weren't always the best team, but to see how much we had grown and to get better and to beat older kids than us was a really exciting moment.
That's great. Do you have anyone influencing you playing softball or supporting you or pushing you to be better?
I would say probably my parents. They're always really supportive. I know some parents in sports can be really hard on their kids, but they're just really supportive and always help me and support me in what I want to do.
If you were able to say something to your parents right now, what would you say to them?
I would just say thank you for everything they've given me and all of the opportunities they've helped create for me.
That's great. Do you see softball like continuing in the future for you?
Yeah, I hope so, yeah. Play through high school, and if I would get the opportunity to play in college, that'd be amazing.
That's great. Like, do you have any like things from your coaches that you've learned or like that you've like seen through them that you wanted like a lesson that you've learned from them?
I'd say for my coaches, they're just really, they always push me to be my best, and even though they're hard on me, it always helps make me a better person and player.
That's great. Awesome. So do you do softball just for the school, or do you do it for like a club league as well?
I do it for a club as well.
Okay, so is it like a travel league, or do you just do it locally?
It's travel. We go to a lot of tournaments. We go to some tournaments locally in like Stockton, but then we go to Colorado and SoCal, Arizona.
That's pretty awesome. Have you had any like good experiences that you can remember that like going to remember for the rest of your life at those like tournaments?
I would say always going to Colorado. Colorado's like the biggest tournament in the summer, and that's always a fun experience because obviously you get to play, but you also get to, go and you spend the hotel with your friends, and nationals and SoCal's always fun. You get to go to the beach.
Yeah, so for someone like me that knows nothing about softball or baseball or anything like that, how does it turn into a tournament?
I would say that, so normally there's the first couple days or one day, depending on how big the tournament is, you have a couple games and you're in a pool, and then depending on how you do and how many teams you beat, you can get seeded into 1, 2, 3, 4, however many people are there. And then depending on what seed you are, depends who you play in bracket play. And then if you continue to do well, then you keep playing, and if you lose, then you're out.
Have you guys like won any of those tournaments before?
Yeah, we have.
Thank you so much. Did you select the question?
Is this camera from O'Donnell's?
How does those?
No.
No.
I already know the question. Wait.
You just gotta hold it up to the camera so we know.
This thing's getting wet.
That's fine. We're gonna do
Just before we interview every single student on this guy. I need something. Okay. Hold up. Can you see? Nice and big. Perfect. Okay.
Oh, that's what you guys needed?
Yeah, so it's like
So we just okay. What's your name? How do you spell it?
Michael Valcu, Valcu. I'm a sophomore, 10th grade.
Okay. Now just pretend like the camera's on there. You and me are gonna have a conversation. Can you start by saying like, my name is blank, and then answer the question, what is something you're passionate about?
My name is Michael Valcu, and I'm passionate about football.
Why?
Because it's fun.
When did you become passionate about football?
8th grade.
Tell me a little bit more about your like football career. Like, what have you been doing? Where have you played?
I've played at Rockland, and I just loved it. Yeah.
Tell me like what position you played. Like
I play D-end, and I'm number 79.
That's great. Tell me about like your coaches and your teammates and like how like you built relations.
I love all my coaches, and I've made a lot of friends over the past 3 years, and it's just been like a lot of fun.
That's great. Do you have like a specific favorite memory from football?
Honestly, just spending time with everyone.
That's great. What's like a lesson that you've learned from like either your coaches or like as a team?
Always work hard and don't like take shortcuts because it pays off in the end.
How do you apply that to your life outside of football?
Just working hard.
What's like your plan in the future for like what you're gonna do for football?
If I go to college for it, that would be nice, but maybe play at Sierra.
That's great. If you were able to say something to like your coaches to like thank them, what would you say?
I would just say thank you for volunteering your time and coaching us.
Thank you so much. Connor, shut the heck up.
I broke into Connor's house.
I broke into your house yesterday. I did. You were asleep.
Alright, so what do I do?
Hold that up for camera. See? Perfect. Now that's the nail. Okay, pretend like the camera's not even there. Just you and me are in a conversation. What's your name? How do you spell it?
My name is Liam Moore, Liammoore.
Perfect. What grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Perfect. Can you answer the question like, my name is blank, and then answer the question, what is something you're passionate about?
My name is Liam Moore, and I'm passionate about cybersecurity and repairing Chromebooks.
That's great. When did you become passionate about it?
Probably about last year, I got into the cybersecurity class, and that was one of our lessons, and I just fell in love with it.
That's great. So tell me a little bit more about this class and this teacher.
So the teacher's Mr. Warner, and I did the cybersecurity class last year, which we learned the fundamentals of like ethical hacking and then defense against like malicious hackers. And Mr. Warner was very helpful, and it was a great class.
That's great. Like, what's something, where do you see yourself taking this?
I see myself making a career out of this and going to get probably like a 4-year degree and then going into the industry.
That's great. So like, Why do you think? Tell me a little bit more about like ethical hacking. I'm not like.
So, what it is you get a company hires you and you go in and try to hack them and get some information, and then you report back to them how you hacked, and then they fix their vulnerabilities.
Super cool. Awesome. So I know AI is kind of taking over a lot of that stuff. How do you see that impacting your future?
I feel like you're going to be able to use it to hack and use it to defend for both ways. It's going to be an obstacle to overcome.
So have you learned like the basics of like the ethical hacking stuff yet?
Yeah.
So can you kind of walk me through like how you like, say you were hired by like Google to hack Google Docs or something, how you would go like start to finish?
So I would probably go in, try to find some type of vulnerability in code lines, somebody in their business send a malicious email, or they would click a link, or I just get into their code somehow, and once I'm in, I'm able to put some backdoor and just go in at any time later to mess with stuff.
Yeah, so I know cross-site scripting is a very big thing for like a lot of websites. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I'm not that experienced in that area, but I know it's definitely something I could work on and
Awesome.
Yeah, get on.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Is that the one you're going to answer?
Yeah.
Perfect. Just hold up towards the camera. Okay, and what's your name and how do you spell it?
My name is Emmy Coach, and it's spelled E-M-I space K-O-C-H.
Perfect. And what grade are you in?
I'm a junior. Should I look at the camera or look at you?
Look at me.
Okay.
Okay, so when you're ready, you can say my name is and answer the question after that.
Okay. My name is Emmy Coach, and I'm passionate about working.
Okay, so tell me more about that.
Okay, so basically I work at a restaurant where we do a lot of birthday parties, and it's like we do birthday parties for kids, and I'm a party host, so I get to like work with kids and just like have fun, and okay, they're like cheering me on, but and I get to do like, I take orders and stuff, and just like, I mean, it's mostly just hanging out with kids and I get paid for it, so it's a lot of fun, I would say. And
So you like working with kids?
yes.
Okay, so tell me about like how you got the job.
I got the job because my friend worked there, and honestly, I didn't even like want it. Okay, I'm gonna tell you where I work. I work at Chuck E. Cheese, but basically my friend worked there and she like hated it so much. I don't know why, but so I was like, I did not want to work there, but I was really desperate for a job, so I just applied anyway. And then I got the job, and I was surprised because I actually ended up really loving it, and I did not expect to. It was so, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so you like working there
Yeah.
now still?
Yeah, I still work there. I work like 25-ish hours a week, and I just love it. I'm really glad that I applied, even though I thought I wasn't gonna like it. But
Yeah, and does your friend still work there?
no, my friend quit.
Okay.
But I mean, it wasn't for her, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I think that's really interesting. So, do you think that you would enjoy working in general as much as you do if it wasn't this job?
I don't think so. I feel like I have a lot of friends who have other jobs at like food places. Like a lot of my friends work at like ice cream shops or something, and they just like dread going into work every day. But I'm like, when I have work, it just like makes my day so much better. Even though it's like work, it shouldn't be fun, I feel like, but I mean, it is for me, yeah.
Tell me about kind of like could you keep saying how much you love working with kids, so like
Yeah.
could you see yourself in a career in that in the future?
I feel like, yeah. I don't know what it would be. I like working with kids. I've done like babysitting in the past, but like, I mean, I don't know like what other careers with kids there are. I guess I could be like a teacher or something, but that's not really, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just like for now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good.
Do I just keep this with me?
Yeah, so
Getting ready for this. All right. question. Okay. So say your name and answer the question. My name is blank and I'm passionate about it.
My name is Addison and I'm passionate about softball.
Right. Also, a quick note, ignore the camera. Just a nice little conversation, doesn't even exist. Alrighty. So why are you so passionate about softball?
I'm very passionate about it because I've been playing since I was about 5, and I just really enjoy the sport, and it's given me so many life lessons.
Yeah, totally. So you've been playing since 5. Was that like in a little league, or were you playing for like a travel team or something like that? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I started playing for like Rockland Girls Fast Pitch, and then like as I got older, I went into travel.
Okay, yeah, totally. So you're sophomore right now, so you're on the JV team?
I'm on varsity.
Varsity? Whoa, good player here. Okay. What position do you play?
I play outfield.
Outfield? Okay, like which one?
Mostly like right and left.
Right and left? So you've been playing for a super long time. Like, what would you say is like your favorite moment or memory of just playing softball?
I think my favorite moment might have been when I got like the game-winning run in the championship. It was really nice.
Which championship?
It was just for a tournament, like when I was like 10
just
or 11.
Like for That's really cool. Are you like good at it, or like does that happen a lot, or?
I mean, our softball is really based on failure, so it's like kind of just preparing yourself for the moment. So like once in a while you'll get a really good play, but it's like learning from your mistakes, and then you'll end up getting like a good one.
Are you planning on pursuing college like after high school? Like, did I say college or softball? I said college. Are you planning on pursuing softball after high school, like into college or something like that?
Yeah, I am. I've been taking like steps like working out and like sending college emails and visiting schools and attending camps. So.
Yeah. So what schools are you looking at?
I wouldn't really say I have like any in particular that I'm like super duper interested in. I'm mostly wanting to stay on like the West Coast, but I don't really have a preference as long as someone will take me.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, and I can take that.
Audrey, do not laugh at
Can
me.
you spell out your first and last name?
Presleycline.
Okay, so to start, this is a conversation between you and me. The camera doesn't exist, so you can face me and we're just talking. It's super casual. To begin, can you say, my name is, your name, and then answer the question you chose.
My name's Presley, and I'm very passionate about my faith.
And what is it? And what? Sorry.
So I'm a Christian, so I believe in Jesus Christ, and I just believe that He helps everyone, and God is so good, and putting my life into the church and like giving my life to Christ was like the best decision I've ever made in my life.
And what made you make this decision?
So I grew up religious, but as I grew older and I went through different things, I experienced like the love and the goodness of Christ firsthand, and like how much I can depend on Him and put my worries on Him, and it helped me shape me as a person.
Any like memories you have because of?
Definitely getting baptized was like the best memory. It was in September of like 2021, so I was like just freshly into my teenage years, and yeah, that was definitely the best decision I've ever made.
Do you like connect with people through your faith and your religion?
Oh, for sure. I go to church with my friends all the time and with my family, and it definitely plays a big role in my character and all my friends too.
How does it affect your character?
It helps me to not judge other people so quick because you never know what they're going through. And it also helps me to just try to be kind to everyone because you never know what they're going through, and yeah, it just helps like that.
Any other like aspects or memories you have because of your faith or just something you want to talk about?
It's definitely a conversation starter. I love to tell others about Jesus and how He's impacted my life, and I listen to podcasts, and it makes my life like how it is.
Any other like last things you want to say about?
I love to share the gospel, and whoever believes in Jesus, I like to bond with them and help whoever needs it.
I love that. Okay, and that's perfect. Okay. To start this off, can you spell out your first and last name, please?
Doristao.
Okay. So again, the camera doesn't exist. It's just a conversation between you and me, so you can face me, and we're just like talking and having a conversation. So to start, can you say, my name is, your name, and then answer the question you chose?
My name is Doris Tao, and I chose the question of what am I passionate about? And what I'm most passionate about is dance, because ever since I was like a kid, like growing up, it was always me and my cousins, and we just jammed to like, you know, K-pop and stuff, and it was really fun. But then as I got older, I was like more interested in it, and I started like self-teaching myself, and I just liked like the feeling of dancing and like sweating and like just the energy, and it was really fun. And then I started taking classes from there and like meeting new people and like connecting. I really enjoy it. Yeah.
Any other like aspects of dance that you really cherish or love?
I just like if I'm in a group with dancers, like I really like coming together and sharing our interests and like knowing that there's so many others that have the same interests as me. Yeah.
Any other like moments that you have with dance that you really like cherish?
Yeah, the first time I actually got to perform was at this school for the showcase, and that was the first time being on stage, so that was like one of the best moments. Yeah, I just liked like the audience. It was really fun.
Yeah. Anything you want to like talk about, like pursue in the future or whatever?
I did, for the future, I did want to pursue being like, I don't know, not like a backup dancer or whatever you can say, but just someone who does competition with dance. Yeah.
And that's perfect. Thank you. Sorry for cutting out a little short, but
It's okay.
Good? Okay. Hi, my name is Cole Bromas. I'm with Rockland Media. Can I ask you a few questions?
Yes.
All right, first off, what is your first and last name and how do you spell it?
Ryan Lujan, RyanLujan.
Sweet. And what grade are you in?
10th.
Okay, so first what we're going to do is you're going to say, hi, my name is, and then you're going to say, I am passionate about, and then just
Okay. Hi, my name is Ryan, and I'm most passionate about baseball.
And you're in 10th grade?
Yeah.
So you're a sophomore?
Yeah.
So when did you start playing baseball?
Around 4.
4 years old?
Yeah.
What position do you play?
Middle infield.
Middle infield. How have you, how was your time playing baseball?
It's been fun. You know, my dad just put me in it when I was really young, and I've just been playing ever since. And I've loved the game ever since, and I've just kept playing.
What's like a memorable moment from your high school career so far?
High school career, probably winning league freshman year with my team, and then this year, just competing, just having fun.
Are you on? Were you on JV pulled up, or were you on varsity?
This season I was on JV.
Did you pull up to varsity
Yeah.
for playoffs?
Yeah.
How's that going so far?
It hasn't started yet, but there's going to be practice today and a team dinner today.
Nice.
And we'll see how it goes.
What are you looking forward to most?
Just seeing the team, being part of the team chemistry of varsity, and just competing if I get to play.
Nice. Since you're only a sophomore, you have a lot to look forward to. So your junior and senior year. So, what are you looking forward to most? Like stepping up almost to possibly a leadership position in junior year and senior year.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to entering the recruiting process. You know, competing and trying to find my way to a college and being a leader on the team and providing like good support and overall just team chemistry for the team.
Nice. So like the last guy, he said he went to like Arizona, did some other extra training stuff. Do you do the same thing?
Yeah, I've been to Arizona, the Fall Classic, same tournament.
How has that been for you?
It's good. I competed there. It's a lot of pressure, but I like the pressure, so
It's good.
it's good.
What do we got? 2 points. Perfect. Okay. My name is Cole Bromas, and I'm with Rockland Media. Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah.
Perfect. What is your first and last name? How do you spell it?
Jackson Miller, JacksonMiler.
What grade are you in?
10th. Yeah.
Take the papers with you now. Okay, you're going to start out with saying, hi, my name is, and it's what I'm passionate about. Hi, my name is, and I'm passionate about.
Hi, my name is Jackson Miller, and I'm passionate about dirt bike riding.
Say that again?
Dirt bike riding.
Dirt bike riding. When did you start dirt bike riding?
When I was like 4.
4?
Yeah.
And who do you do with, like your?
Mainly my friends, maybe like my uncle sometimes. But yeah, usually some trips, like riding buddies, stuff like that.
What places do you go?
Huh?
What places do you go to do that?
There's places in Nevada, Moon Rocks, local like Marysville, Rancho Cordova, Forest Hill, stuff like that.
What type of terrain do you do it? Like, because I know there's like, can you dirt bike on sand? You can also do
Yeah.
Like, what type of terrain?
I like kind of enduro, like rocky stuff. That's kind of what I like. Sandy too. That's what I like to do a lot. That's what I mainly do too.
And doing this for a while, what's like a memorable moment from one of these trips?
Oh, I gotta say probably winning my first race.
Oh, you do racing?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, that was probably the most, like the best day of my life. I got a sponsor that day too.
Oh, dang.
So yeah, it felt good.
How'd you get into racing?
Mainly my friends also. A friend on campus, Brian, he was doing the race. He got me into it. And then I was like, oh, seems fun. Give it a try. Yeah.
And, what sponsor did you get?
It's a company called X Brand. I get free goggles.
Oh, dang.
For a year, yeah. It's pretty cool.
How did they like approach you? How'd you like get that sponsor?
So it was kind of after a race. They came up to me. It was like I guess they were looking around for me, because basically with the racing I do, there's like these things called sweepers. It's like people that go by, like if you fall, they like help you up if you need it. Yeah. And I guess one of the guys owned a brand, like that brand, and like he knew me, or he saw me in the course and thought I had good riding stuff, and then found out a place I got and just came and found me and just offered me the sponsorship.
Do you think this could almost like turn to a career?
Yeah, that's my main goal. I do want it to turn to a career one day. I want to become a racer, live off that. Maybe if I have like a few side hustles, help out the money, but long-time goal is to become a racer one day.
How do you get into that?
I'd probably say maybe once I do I could qualify for America's team, because it's not that hard. One of my trainers is on the American team, and I'd say if I worked up with him, he could get me in some good positions to later do that.